All right, we're here with four-star linebacker, top 100 national prospect, Raesjon Davis. Next week's National Signing Day.
Yes, sir.
How ready are you for the moment?
I'm super ready. I've been waiting on this like my whole life, so I'm just waiting for the day. At this point, I kind of know where I want to go, so I'm just waiting for it.
At what point did you kind of reach that decision in your head where you knew what it was going to be?
I would say like 2 days ago, just thinking about it and just talking over my parents multiple times. Just keep going over it in my head and just picturing myself. So I think it was like 2 days ago. I was like, I know I want to go. So I started telling like my parents and stuff like that.
Before that, were you stressed, or what's this last month been like, I guess?
Definitely I was stressed a little bit, just trying to figure out like where I would fit in best and where I could play the earliest and like just get the best overall experience and like the best overall development. So that really stressed me out, just the whole development part and just trying to figure out where I would like fit in best. That really stressed me out. So I thank God every day for like all the opportunities that He gave me. So I don't really take anything for granted.
Obviously, we're keeping the suspense to next week. Are you announcing on signing day? What's the plan?
Yeah, I plan on announcing on signing day. I think it'll be at 8 o'clock. So
okay.
Yeah, I think I'll be doing it with CBS or I don't know yet. I think it's with CBS, but me and Greg have been talking about it. We'll see how it goes.
Cool. So what was the ultimate factor that pushed you over the edge? I know you got to be vague. You can't be too specific. But what was the ultimate factor that made you feel good in your mind about your decision?
Really, it was just a long thought. I didn't really have like a specific thing that put me over the edge because I really like had a few schools that I wanted to go to, and like I was just thinking about the whole time. But it really is just I know I could play here and like I could go start wherever I was. So that's what it was.
We saw your top 5 list a little bit ago. Did it come down to like 2 or 3 in the end?
Yeah, it was like 3. It came down to 3. So really, it was just like Oregon, Ohio State, to USC. So. Like I just came down to those 3, and then I just went out to Ohio State, so that just helped me like put everything in perspective and then narrow everything down. Even though we weren't able to see the coaches, we were able to talk to them afterwards, and, like just get on FaceTime with them, and like get a face-to-face, like even though we couldn't actually meet in person. So that was good, and then we can't take another visit to Oregon, but that would have been good. But I just wish we could have took our official visit, so I think that would have helped me out a lot.
Well, let's start with the Ohio State visit. That was last weekend.
Yeah.
What was the major takeaway from it?
It was just really like I had a feel for the community and like just the whole city of Columbus. That was great. So I've never like been out there for that amount of time for like 3 days. So that was good being able to do that, and then have my parents go out there. That was good. I would say the overall like feel for it. I would say that it was a great experience, but just the whole COVID, I say messed everything up. So that kind of was a bummer.
What were you able to see? What were you not able to see?
I wasn't able to see the coaches, so that's really the main thing. But I was able to like go to meet a few of the teammates and like a few of the like players around there, and just go see the dorms also. So I was able to see that and just see the city, like where everybody hangs out at. So that was great. Was
there anything that surprised you that really kind of stood out?
Yeah, I would say like the amount of love they have. That was really surprising. I didn't think that they had that much fans and like that much just stuff going around the team and around the school. So that was a big thing. I didn't know that it was in the heart of Columbus.
There was some buzz or rumor that you might take a second visit out there. Is that not happening now?
Nah, it's too late now. It's like it's already coming down to it. So me and my parents already talked about it. We was gonna make a decision by this time.
So I want to close with USC. Let's talk about Oregon real fast. What was the thing about Oregon that stood out during the process?
I have a lot of ex-teammates that are there now. So that's really what they showed me, like I could go there and play and like still have a good time. But like I would say really it's just I like how the coaches like how they bring in Cali players and just make them better and put them out into the NFL. So that's a really big thing for me, like making my decision like who develops the players the most. So that's what it was.
So turn to USC. I talked to you back in December. You hadn't yet decommitted yet. But you were talking about how you've seen a change in the program this last year. What stood out to you about USC and kind of the direction they're going?
Really, it was just the coaches and the new defensive scheme. I see how they're like flying around, getting to the ball. I really love that a lot. So that's a big thing for me because I'm more of an athletic linebacker. So I like to fly around, get to the ball, and just make plays. So I like that a lot.
What's the biggest thing that feels different to you about them now versus when you initially committed to LSU?
Well, I would say just like it feels like the team they're playing more like for each other instead of like everybody just trying to get out to the NFL. It seems like everybody wants to win. So I like that a lot. And then I feel like if they have a few more players, they'll be good. And like win a championship.
How much of a factor was it for you to see Domani make the decision to have Kyron commit, to have these guys, to have Corey commit, that these guys you know?
That was a super big thing, you know, just seeing like them pulling like in-state talent. So we didn't expect that to happen. So that's like really a big difference. Like going off of last year, they didn't get nobody really. So I mean, besides Gary and then a few top players, but I would say it really is just like them pulling in-state talent. That's a big thing because it shows like they're trying to make an effort to come back.
What was the moment, kind of your opinion started to shift about them?
You said what?
What was the moment your opinion started to kind of change about USC?
I'd probably say a few months ago, just like seeing overall after the season and like just seeing during the season. I really seen it with the defense. Like the defense last year, they weren't playing like that. They were just doing like anything. It looked like they were just running around there. So now it looks like they actually know what they're doing and like they want to make plays. That's what I like a lot. Cause like out here you have to make plays, so I know what it is.
Yeah. If you were to choose them, have they told you how they want to use you exactly? Do you have a sense for how you fit into that defense?
Into the rover position. That's where 15 was playing, and then they had a few other players playing it. But I think they said that's where I fit in best, and I'll be able to like play early if I come to work.
What was the best staff connection you made with them?
Like, remember?
Yeah, coach.
Coach Dante, Coach Orlando. I actually gotten to know a lot of them like over the past few months, like more and more. So they have actually like they turned up the recruiting, so that's a pretty good thing that they've done too.
So how do you look back on this whole process now that it's almost over?
You know, I just thank God every day for like new opportunities and allowing me to be out here and have this opportunity to be able to play football for many different schools. So I would say just really having the opportunity to like take my visits and just go out with my parents and like see the country, see the different schools, and like just get a feel for everything. So that's what I said. That's probably the biggest takeaway.
Did you and your parents celebrate at all when you kind of sat around and knew that you had the decision finalized?
Nah, we'll probably celebrate in a few days, probably this weekend. Like once we all go out, but it's kind of weird with COVID right now, so we're trying to figure it out what we're gonna do, like with everything.
Well, just lastly, what do you think the reaction is going to be on National Signing Day when you announce where you're going?
Oh, I don't know. I feel like it'll be shaky. I feel like it might start something, so I don't know. We'll see.